If you've made it this far, you might be carrying something heavy, an emotion that doesn't leave you in peace, a thought that insists on coming back, or even that feeling that's hard to explain, but that you feel in your chest, in your body, in your mind. The truth is that, many times, we learn to hide what we feel, to swallow our emotions and move forward as if nothing were happening. But let me tell you something with complete honesty. What you don't express, your body keeps. And that is exactly why today I want to guide you through a different kind of guided meditation. It's not about running away from what you feel, nor about trying to think positive by force. It's about something much deeper, learning how to deal with emotions, developing your emotional management, and, most importantly, creating internal space to finally release emotions that are holding you back. It could be anxiety, sadness, anger, or even an emotional exhaustion that you don't even know where it came from. Before we begin, take this moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any meditation practices for anxiety, meditation for sadness, and content that will help you with your emotional well-being and your self-awareness journey. This could be the beginning of a real change in your life. Throughout this practice, you will notice how conscious breathing, emotional awareness, and self-acceptance can completely transform your internal state. And you don't need any experience. I will guide you step by step, like a friend or mentor by your side. In the end, the promise is simple, but powerful. More lightness, more inner peace, and a deep sense of compassion for yourself. So, before we begin, I invite you to consider this. What if you allowed yourself, just for today, to stop fighting what you feel and started to welcome it? This might be exactly the first step toward the change you need so much. Welcome, truly welcome to this special moment. A moment that is not about doing, producing, or solving, but simply about being. Maybe your day has been intense, full of thoughts, emotions, or even a certain tiredness that is hard to explain. And now, you are here, taking an important step toward your emotional well-being and your own inner care. This guided meditation is an invitation to slow down and begin to deal with emotions in a lighter, more conscious, and more gentle way. Here, you don't need to run away from what you feel, nor try to change anything by force. On the contrary, this is a space of welcoming, of listening, and of connection with what is truly happening inside you. Throughout this practice, you will develop your emotional awareness, strengthen your self-knowledge, and take the first steps toward true emotional management. And don't worry if your mind gets distracted. This is natural. Just allow yourself to be here, in this moment. Because it is exactly from here that your journey back to your inner peace begins. Before diving deeper into this practice, observe the environment around you. Choose a place where you feel safe, calm, and where you can remain without interruptions. It can be your bedroom, the living room, or any space that brings you comfort. This simple care already contributes a lot to your emotional well-being and facilitates the relaxation process. If possible, turn off or silence your phone, dim the lights, and reduce any type of distraction. These small adjustments help your brain understand that this is a moment of pause, a moment dedicated to you. Creating this environment supports your guided meditation experience and allows you to connect more deeply with your inner world. Think of this space as a refuge, a place where you don't need to worry about anything, nor perform any role. Here, you can simply exist. By preparing this environment, you are already practicing self-acceptance and taking an important step in your self-awareness process. And now that everything is ready around you, let's bring attention to your body. Now that you have prepared the environment, allow yourself to truly isolate for a few moments. This does not mean running away from the world, but rather creating an internal space where you can listen to yourself more clearly. Give yourself this gift, a few minutes away from distractions, commitments, and external stimuli. This is an essential step to deepen your guided meditation and strengthen your self-awareness. Feel that, in this moment, there is nothing that you need to solve. No message to respond to, no urgent task. Just you and your presence. This kind of conscious pause is extremely powerful for emotional well-being because it interrupts the automatic cycle of the mind and opens space for a more genuine connection with what you feel. If any thought arises saying that you should be doing something else, just observe it and let it pass. This is also part of the emotional awareness process. Little by little, you begin to realize that you can choose to be present. And it is exactly from this presence that inner peace is born. Now, with this space created, let's adjust your body to sustain this experience. Now, bring your attention to your body and adjust your posture in a comfortable way. You can be sitting or lying down, but if possible, keep your spine upright without rigidity. Imagine that your body is naturally aligned, allowing energy to flow more easily. This posture helps a lot in the quality of your guided meditation and in deepening your conscious breathing. Relax your shoulders, uncross your arms and legs, and allow your body to find stability. There is no need to seek perfection. The most important thing is that you feel comfortable and present. When the body is balanced, the mind tends to calm down more easily, supporting your emotional well-being and facilitating the process of dealing with emotions. Also notice the contact of your body with the environment. Feel the support of the chair, the floor, or the bed. This simple act of noticing your body in space already anchors you in the present moment and strengthens your emotional awareness. Little by little, you begin to feel more centered, more stable, and ready to relax even more deeply. Now, begin to bring your attention to the relaxation of your body. Little by little, allow any tension to begin to dissolve. Bring awareness to your shoulders and gently release them, as if you were letting a weight slide down. Many times we carry tension without noticing it, and this is the moment to release it and enter a real state of relaxation. Bring your attention now to your face. Relax your forehead, soften your gaze, release your jaw. Let your tongue rest inside your mouth. These small adjustments make a big difference because the body and mind are deeply connected. By relaxing the body, you also begin to calm the mind, facilitating your guided meditation journey and promoting more emotional well-being. Allow your body to become heavier, more supported, as if it were being sustained by the environment around you. There is no need for effort here. Just allow it. This state of surrender is fundamental to deepen your emotional awareness and create space for what comes next. And now, with your body lighter and more relaxed, let's connect with your breathing. Now, gently bring your attention to your breathing. Do not try to change anything immediately, just observe. Feel the air entering through your nostrils and slowly leaving. Notice the natural movement of your abdomen, expanding as you inhale and relaxing as you exhale. This simple act of presence already begins a deep process of conscious breathing and connection with the present moment. Now, gently bring your attention to your breathing. Do not try to change anything immediately, just observe. Feel the air entering through your nostrils and slowly leaving. Notice the natural movement of your abdomen, expanding as you inhale and relaxing as you exhale. This simple act of presence already begins a deep process of conscious breathing and connection with the present moment. Little by little, begin to deepen this breathing. Inhale slowly and calmly, and release the air gently. With each exhalation, imagine that you are releasing tensions, worries, and everything that you do not need to carry right now. This process is extremely effective for meditation for anxiety, helping to calm the nervous system and bringing more balance to your internal state. If the mind gets distracted, and this is completely natural, just notice it and return to the breath. Without judgment, without pressure. This gentle return is a powerful exercise of emotional awareness and strengthens your path of self-knowledge. Continue breathing at this rhythm, because in the next step, we will begin to observe what you are feeling. Now, with the breath more calm, begin to direct your attention to your internal world. Observe what is present inside you in this moment. Without hurry, without trying to change anything. Just notice. Gently ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? This is an essential step to develop emotional awareness and deepen your self-knowledge. Maybe you notice clearer emotions, such as anxiety, sadness, or irritation. Or maybe something more subtle, difficult to name. And that is completely okay. There is no right answer here. What matters is allowing yourself to feel. This is one of the pillars to deal with emotions in a healthier way and to build a lighter relationship with what happens inside you. If the mind tries to judge or explain too much, just observe this movement as well. You do not need to solve anything right now. Just being present is already enough. This space of observation is what begins to open the path for emotional management and for a deeper state of inner peace. And in the next step, we will recognize more clearly what is bothering you. Now that you are already observing what you feel, take a slightly deeper step. Among all the emotions present, choose the one that draws your attention the most, especially the one that brings some discomfort. It can be something light or more intense, but trust what arises naturally. This recognition is fundamental in the process of emotional management. As you identify this emotion, avoid labeling it as good or bad. Instead, just recognize, this is here. This simple act is already extremely powerful. Many times, we spend life avoiding certain emotions, but when you allow yourself to look at them with presence, you begin a true process of releasing emotions and internal transformation. Remain for a few moments with this emotion, without trying to escape or change it. Just observe how it manifests in your experience. This type of practice strengthens your emotional awareness and deepens your self-knowledge, creating a safe space within you. And now, we will bring this emotion even more into the body, understanding where it lives physically. Now that you have recognized this emotion, bring your attention to your body and ask with curiosity, where do I feel this? Do not think too much, just notice. It may be a tightness in the chest, a knot in the throat, a weight in the abdomen, or even tension in the shoulders. This step deepens your emotional awareness and connects you with the real experience of what you are feeling. Maybe you notice physical sensations such as pressure, heat, cold, tingling, or even emptiness. Each emotion manifests in a unique way in the body. And the more you allow yourself to feel, the more you begin to develop your ability to deal with emotions consciously, without needing to run away or repress. Stay for a few moments just observing this region, without trying to change, without judging. This direct contact with the body is essential for emotional management, because it takes you out of excessive thinking and brings you into the present. And it is exactly in this space that the process of releasing emotions begins. And now, we will use the breath to transform this experience. Now, bring your conscious breathing directly to the point in your body where you feel this emotion. Imagine that, as you inhale, the air reaches exactly that place, as if it were creating space around this sensation. There is no need to force anything. Just visualize and allow. This simple direction already begins to soften the intensity and promotes a deep relaxation. As you exhale, imagine that this emotion begins to loosen, as if it were dissolving little by little. It may not disappear completely, and that is okay. What matters here is the movement of opening, of allowing it to flow instead of staying stuck. This process is extremely effective for releasing emotions and is widely used in meditation practices for anxiety and meditation for sadness. Continue breathing at this rhythm with presence and gentleness. If you notice any resistance, just welcome that as well. This is part of the emotional management process. Little by little, you may notice that the sensation changes, transforms, or loses intensity. And now that you have created this internal space, we will deepen even more with acceptance and welcoming. Now that you are already in contact with this emotion and have created space through the breath, allow yourself to take an even deeper step: acceptance. Instead of trying to push away or control what you feel, simply allow it. Silently say to yourself, "I allow myself to feel this." This is one of the most powerful paths to truly release emotions. Acceptance does not mean agreeing with or liking what you are feeling, but rather stopping resisting. When you stop fighting against the emotion, something begins to change naturally. The intensity decreases, the body relaxes, and the mind calms down. This process is essential for healthy emotional management and for developing a lighter relationship with your internal experiences. Remain for a few moments in this state of openness, feeling, breathing, and allowing. Trust that your body knows how to process and release what it needs. This moment deeply strengthens your emotional awareness and deepens your self-knowledge. And now, we will bring even more welcoming with self-compassion. Now, bring even more warmth into this moment. Imagine that you are taking care of someone very important, and that person is you. If you wish, place one of your hands over your heart or over the area where you felt the most intensity. This simple gesture activates a deep feeling of compassion for yourself and strengthens your emotional well-being. Begin to say to yourself, silently or mentally, some words of support. Phrases like, "It is okay to feel this. I am here for myself. I welcome myself as I am." It may seem simple, but this type of practice is extremely powerful for developing self-acceptance and transforming the way you relate to your emotions. Allow these words to be truly felt, not just repeated. Let them touch you. This is a moment of care, of gentleness, of reconnection. And little by little, you begin to realize that it is possible to deal with emotions without hurting yourself, creating a safer and more stable internal space. And now, we will observe how you are after this experience. Now, slowly, bring your attention back to the whole. Notice how you are in this moment. Observe your breathing, your body, your mind. Maybe you feel lighter, calmer, or maybe just more aware. And that is okay. There is no right result here. The most important thing is that you allowed yourself to feel and experience this guided meditation. Notice if there was any change, even if small. Sometimes the transformation is subtle, but very meaningful. This process strengthens your self-knowledge and your ability of emotional management, helping you build a more balanced relationship with your emotions in your daily life. Remain for a few moments just observing, without hurry. This moment of presence deepens your emotional awareness and brings you even closer to a state of inner peace. And now, Before finishing, we will recognize and give thanks for everything that was experienced here. Before finishing, take a moment to recognize everything you did for yourself right now. It is not always easy to stop, feel, and face what is inside us. But you did it. And that is already a great step in your path of self-knowledge, emotional awareness, and care for your emotional well-being. Feel gratitude for this time dedicated to yourself, for your presence, for your courage, for your willingness to deal with emotions in a more conscious way. Even if it was challenging at some moment, you remained. And that strengthens not only your emotional management, but also your connection with your own inner peace. Now, begin to bring small movements to your body. Move your fingers, stretch if you want, and in your own time, open your eyes. Take this feeling with you into your day or into your rest. And remember, whenever you need, you can return to this space within you. Take a deep breath and move forward with lightness. And now I want to ask you an honest question. How were you before this practice? And how are you now? Even if the change was small, can you already notice the power of stopping, breathing, and listening to yourself? This is the path. True transformation happens when you begin, little by little, to allow yourself to feel, welcome, and release emotions without judgment. How many times in your daily life do you ignore what you feel? How many times do you try to keep going on autopilot without looking within? What if you started to set aside a few minutes for this more often? The practice of guided meditation, conscious breathing, and the development of emotional awareness can completely change the way you live, react, and relate to yourself. If this moment made sense to you, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you will continue receiving content that will help you with your emotional well-being, your meditation for anxiety, meditation for sadness, and your self-awareness journey. And if you can, share this video with someone who also needs this moment. Now tell me, are you ready to start listening to yourself more? To truly welcome yourself? Because this is the first step toward a life with more lightness, balance, and inner peace.